So how many of you guys remember when we talked about this was like probably about a year ago. We talked about this occurred in the UK, and it was like a Willy Wonka festival that looked like it got put on by a junior high school class, where the two Oompa Loompas looked like drug addicts. The magical Wonka chemistry making of the chocolate looked like a literal meth lab. The kids got like two pieces of candy, stuff like that, right? They like that. We covered that like about a year ago. Chat, somehow that kind of quote unquote festival has returned. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. Could not wait to talk about this. So in Fort Lauderdale, they had a Barbie Dream Fest. And fans are calling it a nightmare over chaotic organization, weak swag bags, and a tiny marketplace. Some attendees say they spent around $1,000 to attend, only to leave after just a couple of hours. This is the Barbie Dream Fest. This is what people brought their daughters to in Fort Lauderdale, paying about $1,000. So Barbie Dream Fest Nightmare compared to Fyre Fest. I'm actually surprised it was not more closely compared to the Willy Wonka Fest, personally, by disappointed attendees. Barbie Dream Fest, the first official Barbie fan convention. Official, meaning this was sponsored by Mattel. Okay? Mattel, the makers of Barbie, actually sponsored this event. It was licensed by Mattel. Okay? And this is an official Barbie fan convention. Is going viral for all the wrong reasons after attendees compared the Fort Lauderdale event to both Fyre Fest and the infamous Willy Wonka experience. The 3D event was billed as Barbie's first ever official fan fest and ran from March 27th to March 29th at the Broward County Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Organizers promoted celebrity guests, including Serena Williams, Angel Reese, Marlee Matlin, and Itaj Mohammed, and NASA engineer Swati Mohan, alongside attractions like a life-size dreamhouse setup, an 80s disco roller rink, panels, workshops, and the marketplace. And again, this was the convention. Wow, looks incredible. Don't you all feel just absolutely immersed in the world of Barbie right now? As the event got underway, a post from a disappointed fan in Adventurous Pen 169 quickly started spreading it across Reddit and other social platforms, nicknaming it Barbie Nightmare Fest. The user claimed they spent around $1,000 between a pink pass and hotel costs, only to arrive at what they described as underwhelming convention with little signage, confusing room locations, and a quote-unquote swag bag that allegedly contained nothing more than a small Barbie-branded hand sanitizer. The same attendee also claimed the marketplace was far smaller than expected, saying there were only around 10 vendors in the exhibit hall and that just a handful were actually Barbie related. 10 vendors in a literal Mattel licensed Barbie Fest event, and only a handful were actually Barbie related. And we will look at that Reddit post shortly. Other Reddit posts echoed similar complaints, with one attendee saying they paid $250 and received a quote-unquote spray hand sanitizer as included merch, while another wrote that the event, quote, wasn't as advertised, unquote, and said, "We got Wonka." The Wonka curse somehow has returned. The backlash stands out because Dreamfest had been marketed as a major official Barbie experience and was produced by Mischief Management, the fan events company founded by Melissa Anelli, that said it had spent more than 15 years running fandom conventions. Ticket pages advertised perks such as special swag bag, priority queues, evening events, and first access to the marketplace for higher tier passes, while the event site promised a, quote, perfectly pink marketplace full of Barbie products, fan works, and more. Mischief Management has also been tied to other fan conventions, including BroadwayCon, LeakyCon, Con of Thrones, and Obsessed Fest. And again, we saw this already. This is the Barbie Dream House and the Barbie Dream VW bus. Imagine taking your daughter, who loves Barbie, to a Barbie Dream Fest, and this is all you get. Imagine it. And you're paying hundreds, possibly even thousands of dollars to make this trip, and this is all you get. Despite the criticism, some parts of the event did appear to land with fans. One attendee singled out Barbie bingo host Paris Richardson for praise, and the official event still featured the celebrity appearances and attractions it had promoted. Still, based on the viral reaction online, many fans felt the execution fell far short of the dream Mattel and event operator Mischief Management had sold them. And this is the Reddit post by this individual about it. I've never been to a convention, so I was really excited when Barbie was going to host Barbie Dream Fest in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's my home state. So to go to my first convention as a Barbie convention in-state was super exciting to me. I bought the pink pass for all 3 days, totaling $300. $300 for this. I bought a hotel room for the entire weekend, which is another further $600. I'm already up to $1,000, but I figured it's worth it as long as I have fun. So we're up to $1,000 already. Immediately, I was disappointed, as getting to the convention center was chaotic. There were no signs pointing on how to get to the convention center, and Google was telling me to go around the convention center to the back, and the Fort Lauderdale police telling me to go to the cruise terminal. I got lost and I was very frustrated. Okay, fine. Let's get to frustrations out of the way, and the rest of the day will be great. Incorrect. Immediately, as you go to sign in and get your badge, I was a little disappointed because there really wasn't any swag available. So you get your pass and they give you your complimentary swag bag. It's a tiny little package of hand sanitizer that says Barbie on it. I looked at it and I was astonished that they could advertise it as a swag bag. It was just a Dollar Tree hand sanitizer with the word Barbie on it. No special Barbie, not pins or stickers, nothing. And I do have a Twitter post showing the swag. Don't worry, we're going to get them. The programming was awful. Not in the programs that they have, but in the disorganization of it. There was no signs telling you where to go. There were 5 or 6 different ballrooms that you had to figure out which one your program was in, and there was no schedule available. You had to look online and hope that it was accurate. But then things got canceled and moved, and you didn't know where you were going. Literally, it's like they had high schoolers organize this thing. From top to bottom, this feels like a high school production complete with the setting. I only stayed for 2 hours, so I didn't get to see all the programs. But the one that I did go to was Barbie Bingo, and I don't remember the lady's name, but I believe it was Paris Richardson. She was delightful. She was so sweet, she was so kind, and taking suggestions from the audience, it was a really nice experience. So we have 1+ there. No thanks in part to whoever put this on in the first place. The credit there for the Barbie Bingo went all to the person, the woman herself, who was operating the Barbie Bingo, not the organizers. Then I went downstairs to see the marketplace, the thing that I was probably most excited about because I've never really seen a vintage Barbie. So to see it up close, I was super excited. There were maybe 10 vendors in the entire exhibit hall. Bearing in mind, they just said an exhibit hall. They literally had an entire exhibit hall, which probably should have been able to house somewhere around 13 vendors. There were maybe 10 vendors in the entire exhibit hall. 10. And only 4 of them had anything that was actually Barbie related. The rest were things like jewelry and little soaps, and then a few events like a DIY painting booth. I walked around the entire exhibit hall in maybe 10 minutes, and that was with seeing all the stuff vendors had to offer, and then it was done. 10 minutes and done with the vendors. You know, the place where people make money. The place where you want your guests to spend probably a very big chunk of time, not to mention money. Because don't forget, like the vendors actually, a lot of vendors, they'll pay a fee or they might actually share a cut of the profits with the people putting on the venue. So you want people to stick around in the vendor spot so they can spend money. And this poster was like, I was there for 10 minutes, I saw it all, and I fucked off. Oh my God. Flabbergasted, I went to get service, and I just asked, I'm sorry, is this it? The lady looked disappointed and said, yeah, we've gotten that question a lot, but as far as vendors are concerned, this is it. I was defeated. How on earth could they justify the price of this event? And that was all they had to offer. Mattel was even promoting the event. This was a Mattel licensed and promoted event. The very makers of Barbie itself were promoting and licensing this event. And it was dog shit. Utter fucking dog shit. That's the best that they could do? Pathetic. Another tribute to the terrible quality that is Mattel. If you are debating going, don't. And this is, again, this was the Barbie roller disco. This was their big roller disco event for Barbie Dreamfest. And then here we had Ride Little Bikes. Ride Little Bikes through this. Look at how empty this is. Look at how dull and lifeless this all looks. This looks depressing. This looks absolutely depressing. We've come full circle. We've come full circle with the infamous ball pit. And I found one, like, this is a video. So someone actually posted a 2.5-minute video about therapy.
Favorite skateboard? Yes.
These people paid even more. $250 per pass. The person who made this video is saying that they paid $250 per pass. Don't know how many passes they got. It is. Look, This is the Barbie dream house. Yes, don't they look excited to be there? Don't look, it's literally just a big cutout and that's it. For you to take a picture in front of, and it's not, this looks like a clip art shot that got printed out at Kinko's. Look at the windows, look at the ornamentation. This literally looks like a piece of clip art that someone took to Kinko's and said, print me out a giant one of these on cardboard. Oh my goodness.
The Barbie dream house. We're the life-sized Barbie dream house right now, guys.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know there'll be some kinks to work out. Yeah, but not okay.
There.
Oh my God. $250 for this. For this, the lauded Barbie dream house that was apparently a big selling point for this entire festival.
Yeah, but not okay.
There.
Look at how empty this is. Look at how empty all of this is. Empty and lifeless and depressing. My God. Yeah. Like, look, they're riding these sad little bicycles around. Look at this child. Riding these sad little bicycles around. Oh, look, you can take a picture in an open box and pretend like you're a Barbie in a Barbie box. And I'm pretty sure these were all the vendors. Right here. These were all the vendors that was at this event. Wow.
Okay, here is another sponsor that we saw, which I have questions about where the sponsorship money went. Is there money? Because there's no cookies, and they...
Yeah, okay, so Sweet Loren's apparently, I guess, is a cookie thing, and there's no Sweet Loren cookies at the... There's no sponsored food at the event that these people sponsored. What the fuck?
Make cookies, so what did they contribute?
There's neon. Maybe that's the dream house.
There's neon?
Yeah, right next to it. There it is.
Oh.
Is that the lifestyle?
Oh my God.
I mean, we can't get up there with it, so...
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can stand inside a 3/4 box that says Barbie Dreamfest with a background you can barely see and pretend I'm a Barbie too. Oh, what the hell?
Hose. Hose. Oh no. Yeah, that's how this is going.
Oh my God. They just took all these people's money and fucking ran.
Fun? More sponsors.
Okay, so it was, look at how many freaking sponsors there are. You have Michaels, Dynacraft, Impala Skate, Unique Vintage, Sweet Loren's, Bridal Shells, the Braiding Loft, a yoga thing. I don't know what this is. Dillard's, Little Princess Spa, United Federation of Doll Clubs, Soul Kissed, Glam Bod, Echoed Graphics, Signs and Printing. So we know who made. So now we know who made that incredible Barbie Dream House. And then the Combi Collective. Look at that. We have 4, 8. We have 12 sponsors. 12. And this is the best. Not to mention this is licensed by freaking Mattel. And this was the best that they could come up with. Oh God, you're right. I can't math. I can't math. You are absolutely correct. 16, not 12, 16. Mathing is hard. Yes, we're already getting started on the girl math tonight. Yeah, 16 sponsors. And this, plus Mattel. And this is the best that they could do.
There's,
Oh.
they're here, I guess.
These three are here
Those three are there.
with things.
This is the yoga
And
one.
this are yoga.
Dillard's has a booth where they have very, very cute pink outfits in a lot of different sizes.
This is real cute for the kiddos.
Yep,
This
Uh-huh.
is here. This rocks.
that's gorgeous.
That might be the yoga mats. Yeah. I think
Yes, that's the yoga mats.
No.
Yoga mats.
Maybe. No.
I think the braiding loft.
That might be in there.
Yes, I think they're working with
Didn't
the glam
see
bar.
that. Didn't see that.
Definitely didn't see that.
Like, this is incredible. Again, this is the Barbie dream house. This is the what? Wow. Again, this is just insane. They got scammed. Oh, I don't even want to think about how many people were demanding their money back after this. Oh, wait, hang on. I'll see your mess and raise you the Willy Wonka experience. Yeah, this was the Willy Wonka experience. Who did it better, chat? The Willy Wonka experience or Barbie? Who or the Barbie experience? Who did it better, chat? Who did it better? The Willy Wonka experience is back, and this time it's pink. Oh my goodness. This is just... I just can't believe this. This was insane when I saw about this. This was a scam. And what's worse, it was a scam perpetuated by Mattel itself. That's the worst part. This was licensed and put on by Mattel itself. You know, this is not going to be helping with their branding for the future. Yes, Mattel. Oh, Mattel put this on. This was licensed and put on by Mattel. Yes. It was licensed Fanton. This was put on by freaking Mattel. Okay? This was, hang on, let me find it again. Someone actually had a picture of the hand sanitizer that they were handing out in their swag bag. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this was what was in the swag bag. This was what was in the swag bag. This is it right here. A couple of brushes and a hand sanitizer that basically just has Barbie on it that you can get at the dollar store. This was the swag. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the Dream Fest thing, and yeah. And these were the vendors. Like, what the... This is how they advertised it. Like, what the hell? God, this was such a scam. Such a scam. Yeah, here's another shot. This was what? Yeah, this was the thing in the swag bag. Yep. And apparently Mattel has spoken about the event. Mattel has spoken about the event. No, yeah, so, okay. So this is Mattel announcing it. So for those of you that were saying that Mattel was not involved, this is Mattel's announcement about the event back in July. Okay, essential event leader Mistress Madman and leading global toy family entertainment company Mattel are thrilled to announce Barbie Dream Fest, the first festival dedicated to all things Barbie for fans of all ages. Multi-day experience will debut in March 2026. Attendees can expect themed play zones, collector showcase, conversation with inspiring women, blah blah. Yeah, this was put on by Mattel. For those of you that say it was not, this was literally put on by Mattel itself. They were 100% on board. They were working with Mischief Management. They licensed and put on the event in cooperation with Mischief Management. So anybody that's saying, oh, this was a fan thing, no, this was a literal Mattel event. Mattel did that shit. Oh yes, Mattel did this shit. And they announced it back in July. Oh yes. Oh yes. Mattel is going to be catching quite the black eye on this one, I suspect.